The new movement, DJ Drewski in the building. Our special guest, Myluvnotes.
Nice to be here. Thank you.
Of course, thank you for pulling up. It's been like a year, right? Almost like a year since the last time you were here.
Yeah, it's been a little bit.
You dropped some music. It's hard during the whole quarantine. You said the whole pandemic kind of like pushed, and not just you, just for a lot of artists, right? But now we're back.
We're back now.
Right? A year later, you played me a couple records. The single's out now. What you know about me? What's it called?
What you got?
What you
Similar.
got? What you got?
Almost what you know about me.
What you got is the record that's out now. But is there a project coming? Because you played me about 5 other records.
Yes. So we're going to be dropping an EP, but that was just the first of 6 songs.
That was like, here, take this for now.
Right.
I'm on my way.
Yeah, we're on the way.
Because a lot of the records had different vibes. You know, you have some R&B joints up there. You even jumped on some drill beats.
I know. That was a little bit of a surprise. But my producer, he did a drill beat, and I was like, I don't know if I should do a drill beat. Next thing, we had it. Within 10 minutes, I was writing to it. I was like, tunes. So don't. He was like, okay. And I just wrote the whole thing. Then we recorded it.
Right.
Then I did the second drill beat. Then I did that one. So we had a session for like 4 hours. We recorded 2 songs. Then I went back home. I sat in my car for 4 hours. I wrote 2 other songs. No,
Wow.
It was just like, I don't know if the drill beat got my mind crazy, but, it was just like everything. And then
At least you're not dissing anyone on your drill records. You know what I'm saying? Because right now, all the kids want to diss each other. And, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Your drill records, you can have fun too.
yeah, I'm
You
not
can party too.
yeah, I think are good party songs, actually.
So you ain't got no beef with no other rappers or singers or nothing.
No, not with rappers.
Oh, so you got beef with some singers? I don't know. I don't know what's going on.
No. I'm only kidding. No, I don't have any beef with anybody. I just like to do my music. It makes me happy. And, I'm glad to put out a good product to make people feel good and
Right.
have a good message.
Which is what I feel artists are supposed to do when making music, right? It's like you're putting your music out for the people.
Yeah, I love doing it. Just even in that moment when I'm making it, when I'm writing it, I'm creating it, I'm working on it. I was like so happy, like even in the booth, like I rearranged the lights. I mean, the producer's on the other side. He's working the controls,
Right.
and I'm doing my own light show. I'm just, in the room. It was fun. It was fun. It's creative.
Now, some artists, when they go into the studio to record, they'll have their crew with them. They need the Hennessy. They need a couple blunts rolled up. What's a Myluvnotes studio session look like?
It looks like Dunkin' Donuts, medium hot, 2 shots, 2 skim, and ice water.
And that's it. That's all we need.
I need to have my mind together. That's a lot of lyrics, and there's a lot going on. I got to think about what I'm doing.
Do you like pre-write your records? Because I asked you one of the records. I said, "Did you write that?" You're like, "Yeah, I wrote all this music."
Right.
Are you home listening to the beat before you go to the studio, or is it just like I'm jumping
The 2 drill beats I did in the same day, and also
Gotcha.
the R&B one.
same day? So 3 records you knocked out
Yeah.
one session.
Yeah, it was an intense day. I don't know. I was motivated, and I really like the music, and each beat makes me feel a different way. So
Right.
One can make me feel, that crazy drill beat. Of course, that made me feel one way, and I was like, oh, here we go. And I started writing, and then
She got in her bag. She was in her bag.
Yeah, and then I got an R&B one, and that took me on a whole nother wave. So it depends.
Before doing your music, who were you listening to? Who were you getting inspired by? Who was the little Myluvnotes as a little girl growing up? What was going on around you as far as music?
I've really been inspired by a lot of artists like, after Barry White, who was there really,
Right.
I like all these other, Stevie Wonder, Lou Rawls, Teddy Pendergrass. I don't know. This was like Earth, Wind and Fire, just so many, Marvin Gaye.
So you were heavy like R&B girl, like
Yeah.
a lot of R&B music.
Yeah, I like it. I like the male artists, yeah. So figure that mostly that's probably what I listen to.
So that's heavy influence because even on some of the trap records, you're like singing on it in a way. Right?
Yeah.
Were you doing strictly R&B at one point, like when first jumping into music?
I think so. I think as I've, done a few more records, I've, got more comfortable with the cadences and to do, delve a little when I, hit me with these 2 drill beats. It was like, oh, okay. And, to speed things up a bit, which is fine.
Right. Sometimes you got to challenge yourself.
Right. So that's exactly what happened.
So you jump on these drill records,
Hmm.
you put these other records together, and you say, all right, cool. This time around, is there a different plan in motion, right? Because we went through a whole pandemic where you had a bunch of music, and you probably feel like it didn't get heard the way you wanted it to be heard.
Correct. Yeah. I'm hoping that we're on a new track now. Have a new motivation. Have a new I don't know. I just have a new sense of inspiration right now with the writing and everything. You
Right.
know, I told Tunes. I said I don't have any more beats. We got to get back. Like I already did all those. We did three. You know, so now we got to keep going. So
How often are you recording? Like how often do you find time in your life? Is there like a lot of other things going on personally that you feel like, it's hard to balance being an artist and then just being a family person at the same time?
yeah, there's a lot of things going on in my life, but I make the time because it just brings me a lot of joy, and everybody in my life knows that. So it's just I'm gonna make the time. You're gonna make the time for anything you love or you have a passion for. You just are.
So the family knows you do music.
Yes.
Like they see some of the videos that you might have put out or they hear some
Yeah,
of the
they know.
records.
Yeah, they know.
How was they first how did they take it at first when you're like, yo, I'm dropping music now. Like I'm not just holding on to it.
Right. They're just like, oh, that's nice. You
That's
know,
cute.
enjoy yourself. Yeah. So, yeah, they know I do a lot of writing because I play piano also. I mean, I'm classically trained in piano.
See, that's the
Initially.
things we got to talk about. We don't.
Right. So, I mean, that's my, it would usually be more like Beethoven and, a lot of other things, in the house. And I always wrote a lot of poetry and I do a lot of writing in general. So that's what my love notes is. It was like initially like
Right.
love lyrics in the Lord. It was like a lot of words. And then I had like 40,000 photos. I was putting photos out. I had a whole thing with that, like inspirational kind of, blog kind of website. And then I said, oh, this isn't enough. The poetry and everything's getting longer. I said, now I have to put it to music.
Right.
So it's kind of like a transition through different creative, media.
Were there musicians in the family? Did you have?
No.
No. So you're the first.
Yes. Well, my mother played piano, actually. My father was an artist in his own way, but no musicians, really.
No musician.
Formally, like,
So when were you introduced to piano? Like
when I was 6.
6 years old.
So we played. I was trained by a Russian woman, and so it's funny that with the beats, when he's, if you say like, oh, I'm gonna put the metronome on. I mean, I was brought up with a metronome.
Right. At 6 years old.
Yeah, it was like
the metronome.
and
was,
you were gonna listen. She was like,
Oh, yeah.
some woman from Russia was there, and she was just like, you weren't gonna play when
Right.
it was time to play piano. It was like a very serious,
strict. Like
very
strict.
Very strict.
But now looking back, I'm sure you're like, I'm glad that I was 6 years old learning music because I can apply it to what I do now.
Right. Yeah, it's one of those things, when the kids thank their parents later. Like, thanks for being strict on this and making me do it. And like many times where people have said that to their parents, thanks for steering me on this pathway. Yeah, if it was, if it was up to me, I probably wouldn't have done it.
Right.
So, I'm fortunate to have that background because you can't unlearn it
No.
like piano.
No, I wish at 6 years old someone was teaching me how to play an instrument, right? Because when you're 6, you're like, I don't want to do it. But when you're 36, then you're like, I know how to fucking play an
Yeah,
instrument.
you got to start them young.
Right.
So you got time.
Well, speaking of young, thank you for the gift for baby Solar.
Oh, it's my pleasure.
Right? You got to,
I'm
thank
happy
you for
to
that.
see you. You're doing the swimming and the exercising.
Like we
It's
just
so
said,
cute.
starting them young.
Yeah.
Right? Just goes from that to then maybe an instrument. Are you a parent yourself?
Yes, I am.
So do the kids, are they allowed to listen to mom's music?
Yes, they are.
So that they know mom's
Yeah,
making drill
they're-
records.
Yeah, they're fine.
I'm sure you're inspired by them, but how are they older?
They're older, yeah.
So do you go to them like to kind of find
I sent one of my
what's going on?
I sent one of my sons who like freestyles pretty well. I sent him one of the beats tonight because I know he'll enjoy it just in his own. Yeah, he's like, just send me the beats so I can just freestyle on them also.
Right.
So
Can we get like a mom son record? Is that?
hey, you never know. You never know. I'm sure he'd be up for it.
I think that would be super cool, right? You have
Mhm.
a record with your mom. Like a lot of people can't do that, and the fact that you're active and spitting and making music,
Right.
just
Hey, you never
never
know.
know. We might have My Love Notes record coming with the little ones. Now what's next as far as the brand goes? Because I know it's bigger than music for you. I feel like
It
music is
really
just
is.
the outlet to what the bigger plan is.
It really is bigger for me because I feel like, for all the songs, I probably have done about 40 songs maybe so far.
Right.
But that's just the start. Yeah, I just feel like it has a message, and I feel like there are a lot, as we discussed last time, there were like a lot of inspirational type of songs also. I
Mm-hmm.
do a lot of songs about the Lord as well. So,
Right.
like I have one song that's not released yet. It's called We Blessed. There's like there's a lot of inspiration through the music and a lot of thought. Ideally, one day I would also like to do some charity concerts. Like I would really be into that.
Right.
It's not about just getting myself and me, and I want
Of
to be
course.
this.
Right.
I
Right.
want to be like I like to do something good with the music.
Mm-hmm.
Um, like maybe join with some other artists or do some kind of charity. Like I think that would be really, that'd be really something I could get behind. Like
Right.
maybe for I don't know. I always had a feeling like even for like urban kids or like even getting
Mm-hmm.
like money for school or just things.
Just some way to give back, some
yeah,
way to do something positive with the
yeah,
platform.
yeah. I would love to do that. That would be instead of just like I'm not just trying to do it to, like, hey, look at me,
Right.
look at my drill beat.
It's not about that. It's not
No, it's
about
really
the
not.
clout. She's not clout chasing.
It's really not about that at all. It's really
Because there is a record that you played. It's called "They Don't Want Me to What."
win.
They don't want me to win. Where you're talking about kind of like the negative side of people, right? Do you feel like you've been through those times where people just shitted on you in a sense?
Oh, of course. Please, we could have a few albums on that one.
Right.
But that's how you learn.
Right.
I mean, that's how you grow and that's how you develop. And you have to go through these things
Mm-hmm.
to get to the other side of it. That's kind of like what you got is about. It's like it's been a rough time and it's been a rough climb.
Mm.
It's like how are we gonna get to the other side? Like show me what you got. Like show me what you're made of.
Right.
To the best of your ability. To the best of your ability, and then hopefully we get to the other side and we can pop that champagne.
Celebration.
Oh, that would be good.
How do you celebrate, right? When it's a birthday or just we drop a project. Are you turning up, or is it just like we just keep working?
When I drop a project, what did I do? I don't know. Maybe go out to dinner. I don't know. It depends.
Right. Depending on the vibe,
Depends
whatever the mood is.
Yeah, whatever the mood is.
You're not in the club standing on couches.
No, not exactly. I like to go out to a nice dinner. Could always enjoy that.
Mm.
Family.
When was the last time you were like in a nightclub?
I don't remember. A long time
It's
ago.
been a while.
Yeah.
We got to take you out. We got to turn up.
Okay.
We're gonna take her out to the hood and turn up in the strip club or something.
Yeah, I don't know about that one, but maybe if I'm
You don't
singing.
frequent the strip club?
No.
No, never.
I
Were
think-
you a party girl
I
at
think-
one point?
Yeah, I think we would go to a male strip club actually.
Oh no, I'm good. I'll pass on
I
that.
don't know what strip club you're going to, but that's where we
I'll
used to
pass
go.
on the male review.
Yeah, well, that was a thing.
The new single
But,
is out. Let's talk about the music.
Okay.
Are we getting? Did we say a date for the project? Or we don't have a date yet.
We don't have an exact date. One single is out, and I should expect within the next, 8 weeks or so, it should be a project. It's all done.
Do you have a name already?
Might be Cash Out.
Cash Out, which is one of the records on the project,
Yes,
which is a drill beat.
that's the top secret record.
That was my pick.
I know it was.
Do you have a favorite off the ones we played?
That is my favorite.
See,
Yes, I did it.
she didn't even tell me.
Well, because I was coming in with the other ones, and I just did that last week. So
Right.
I'm gonna come in with one, and I go, oh no, now we have this one. But so I figured I'd see what you liked.
That was my pick, Cash Out. If you guys want to tap in and follow and watch her drop these records, what's the best way for new people to really tap into what you're doing?
Spotify, or they can go on myluvnotes.com. That's LUV,
Mm-hmm.
and that'll take you to everything there is to get to.
Boom, simple, easy. Anything else you want to let the people know before we get out of here?
No, I'm just excited to be here today, and I had no idea what you were going to interview me about.
I
but
told you I'd
it's
take
okay.
it easy on you. I didn't I didn't go crazy.
No, it wasn't crazy. Not too
We
crazy.
didn't dive into your sex life or your private life and none of that.
No, you didn't take a deep dive. That's good. Okay.
The next time.
Okay.
The next time.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
Of course. High five.
Okay.
We out. The new movement. My love notes.
Woo.
Peace.
Thank you.